In today's video, I'm going to be using a stamp set and a stencil and some other items to stamp and stencil pages to finish up another journal. And I'm going to be stamping and stenciling on the pages for my journal that I made for the January challenge. I did not finish, but July is all about finishing. And then we also are going to have our mini challenge in the challenge. And we are making shapeshifters, so stay tuned for that. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here and I'm ready to stamp and stencil some pages. I've pulled out my black ink and my vintage photo, and I have the rectangle sponge. You guys, I actually have the same stencil that I used in the June challenge, but I want to use this fence. And then I did pick up a while back this stencil. It's an adhesive stencil from Waverly. I might use this also because it has the cow, and I think that these might be kind of cool in there. If I use these, I will probably use my red ink. So I made all of my elements for the January journal challenge, and then life happened and I didn't get it bound and put together, but these are the pages, and then I still need to add the ephemera in here. The cool thing about stenciling and stamping is it doesn't add any bulk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this aside. I'm going to start with one signature since I have. So if you see, by the way, if you see something in here that you want to see how it was made, again, this was from the January Just Junk Journal Challenge. And like I said, I did do all of my elements, but now we're adding some stenciling and some stamping. So I have this stamp set that I had picked up. You know, I love those stamp sets where you buy a stamp set and they give you a magazine. No, actually it's the other way around. You buy the magazine, craft magazine, and they give you a stamp set. There is this beautiful barn image on here, and I want to use that. I love these stamps that look like I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Should never do that. Julie, should never do that. It's barely gonna fit on there. But these images that look like a pencil or a line drawing, they're my favorite. Because it looks like somebody did a line drawing in your journal. So what other? I love the birds on the wire. There's another one. The corn I think is going to be fun. Some of the sunflowers maybe, but I really do want to do this barn. Whoa. So this journal was made mostly out of junk. There are a few things that you are able to add when you do a Dear Julie Julie challenge. We do a challenge each month. I'm going to go ahead and this time I'm going to put it up here on the top, since we have so much going over in the right corner bottom, and I really want to make sure this is on here. And I have my, oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that so cool? Okay, so I will probably stamp that in a few other places. I'll go ahead and set that over there. So I have the little fence, and I'm going to go ahead and put the little fence down here, and I'm going to use the vintage photo. I'm going to start at the top and go down so that hopefully I don't end up with any of the sunflowers in here. Okay, and I'm just going to go across. Yeah, it looks like I do have to do a little bit from the bottom to catch the bottom on there. Okay, so there I have the cute little fence down there, and so that is 2 pages. And let's see, I'm going to look in my stamps, my animal stamps. I know I have. Okay, it goes words, words, flowers, animals. I have this cute little rooster. I have a stack of them. I have you. I have these cute little ducks. And I have this little cow. Okay, so since the challenge is already done, finished, I'm recommending that you try and use your kit. This says Oink and Peep. Aren't those so cute? I just think they'll be fun in this. So again, I'm going to be using the black. Let's see. You know what? Let's do the little peeps. Peep, 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 peep. Okay. Now the other thing that you might want to do is have something underneath that is going to help cushion your, and I should have been putting the stamp pad down onto this. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Put that there. I love it. I love it. Just cute. Okay, so a wooden stamp. We've used an acrylic stamp. We've used a wooden stamp. Okay, so there's a little spot here. We have this cute to and from. I just think it's adorable. But you know what else is cute is these flowers might be cute on there. Since we just did the other, oh, I opened my drawer with my, okay, so there's the green. The yellow stamp pad is not here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just fell over. Okay. Okay, let's see. So up here I have my yellow brush. I just happen to have it because I just did the other journal. Okay, so today we are to do 13 stamping and stenciling. So you saw I just did stenciling where I just used one color. Now I'm going to do some stenciling where I use two colors. I do want to try and stay where, okay. And I'm using the sponges because that's what I have set up right now. You can also stencil with paint. But there we go. We've got that cute little image there. I have items to go in most of these pockets. So that is going to be really, I think, really cool. So we've got the stamp, 2 stamps, and 2 stencils so far. And they've all been on the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and, okay, I'm going to put this side has that, so I'm going to put this side in here. I think I'm just going to add the cute little cow. If I didn't have so much going on right now, there's like so much on my desk and around me. Okay, I'm just going to do this little cow. I picked this up at the thrift store. And so I think that's really, really cute. Just a little cow. This is onion dyed paper. It's the middle of that signature. I think it needs, a stamp. I think we'll stamp this. Okay. Okay, so this is onion skin dyed paper. I think it turned out really cool. Okay, there's that. Okay, so then we have this one flips out. I think it might be kind of fun to do these ducks. Okay, so we'll put those down there, and so we're still in the same part of the journal. Oh, that's right. This is wallpaper, and it has this little flip on the wallpaper, and then you flip over and you've got that. I remember now. Okay, this flips out. We did this. We used the natural line of that. Let me see. Cute little chicken and egg ranch. Oh, I think we were going to glue this on here. It just didn't ever get put on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that. I think we'll glue this over there. This came off a carton of chicken, or a carton of chicken, I think. I don't know. I think this came out off of a carton of eggs. Okay, and so remember this journal right here was made mostly out of junk. Okay, I'll go to egg ranch right there. I love it. And even though this is not, I'm going to show you another way of doing some stamping, and that is to do repeated stamping. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to repeat my cow. So you see this on scrapbook paper and stuff, where your pattern is repeated. Okay, so there we just made our own, basically made our own scrapbook paper using a stamp. And so that's another technique. And then you saw in the video from yesterday where I took the sponge and I did the polka dots. I'm not going to do this because I don't really want the green polka dots in here. But let me see if I have another circle. I do. I have another circle. Okay, so let's take the green one off, put this one on, and I'm going to go with the vintage photo. Okay. Because we do have kind of a woodsy look. Now I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's because of the way I didn't get ink on the whole thing. So make sure that you're in the middle of the ink when you are grabbing. But that actually is kind of cool. Okay, so that is stamping using the large, or using the round. Okay, so we had the acrylic stamped image, the stenciled fence, the wood stamped image, the more than one color stencil, we had the little wooden stamp, so that's 5. Oh, we stamped inside here, that's 6. Yes, it is this easy to finish this part of, this is 7, this is 8, okay? Now we're gonna go to the next, okay, the next one. And I'm gonna do another type of stenciling. I would call this stenciling. I need, we're gonna use this. I was like, I need a thick piece of paper. I'm going to use the front of this paper pad. Okay. Front of this is my favorite paper pad from Dollar Tree. A lot of the books I get are not, they're not ready for 8.5 by 11 paper. But they will do this. So many of you have seen me do this before. And what I'm doing is I'm going to use this edge as a straight edge. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use it as a stencil, and I'm going to put lines in my journal. Okay, and so the one side is going to have the straight edge, the other side it just kind of floats over. Okay, so like that. So you can still will be able to use this as a journaling page, I think. I did this in my journal for the Nick the Booksmith challenge, the Stranded on a Desert Island challenge. I don't remember if that's what it was called, but that was the premise. We were stranded on a desert island. We only had certain things that we could use, and I did the big dots. I had something else and did another type of dot, and then I did the lines Okay. Okay, so there's lots of things you can do with what you have. This is one of the with what you have kind of things. Okay, and we'll go turn this over and come in from this edge. Okay, so there's that. And then we can go this way and give it even more. Okay, so I'm thinking kind of to look like a basket. Okay, so we're making it look weaved. Woven. Weaved, woven. And I'm going to start from different places. So this time I started from the middle, because wherever you put your tool down first, that's where the most ink is going to go. You see we have a whole lot of ink happening over there. So, I don't know. Are you getting the idea that it could be like a picnic basket? A basket for gathering stuff on the farm. Okay. So remember, I used several things like, let's see how this looks. Whoop. Got a big old circle right there in the middle. Oh well. Luckily it's in the middle and it's going to be between the two pages, right? Okay. I need some things out of the way here so that I can continue to move this over. Okay. So this one might be better to use the rectangle, huh? Some things are trial and error. Oh, watch out for the bunching of your paper. So anyway, we just made our own decorator paper. Or we are making it, it's not done yet. Okay. Oh, there's nothing left there. Let's go try it this way. Okay. And we'll do this one just because it's so white. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so another way. I think that was number 9. Okay, and it goes like that. And then of course you can stencil and then stamp on top of your stencil. We're going to let that dry. I'm going to set it over here and let it dry. And let's grab our, we have a cow. Ooh. Okay, I think this page needs something. How about that big rooster? We haven't done the big rooster. And I like to do my stamping in a variety of areas on whatever it is that I'm working with. Not always on the right corner, not always on the left corner, but kind of move them around. We'll put him down here in this corner. Okay. let's go ahead, see if we've got, getting close. I think that was 10. Okay. I like this sunflower. Okay, I like this area right here. Let's grab a stamp block. I need to get some more stamp blocks because I have a few stamps that I use all the time and they just live on their stamp block. So, okay. Okay. Oh, I like that. I wonder if I should do 3 of them. I think I'm going to just... Okay, so stamping on a border is on one side or the other. Okay, so the same stamp. And then down here we have this perfect little, it's just a little spot. It's like, put a cow down here. Sometimes it's just fun to put them in a place, like if you have a little place like that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and, so we are stenciling and stamping. You need to have at least 3 things stenciled and 3 things stamped, and then the rest can be, you know, whatever. Now you could paint this. I'm not going to paint because it's just going to be too messy, but so you can use paints with your stencils and with your stamps. You can use ink. Okay. I think we're getting close because I know you're expecting a mini challenge in the challenge today. And so we're going to get right on that right after a few words from our sponsor. No, just right. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we do anything else in here? 4. Oh, we got the one over here. Let me make sure that it's dry. Okay, so that's 5, 6. So 5, 6, even though we did the whole thing. So 5, 6. 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, got one in here, 12, 13, okay, and 14. Okay, so we have taken care of that, that element, and I'm just going to set these over here. So next, we are going to do our shapeshifter, and I am going to use this as the back of my shapeshifter, and I need something that I can use a few times. Okay, so if you're not familiar with a shapeshifter, hang in there. I'm going to show you. Okay. Let's get in here. And we're going to do my favorite, the cricket tag. Let me see if I have. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. Look what I have. I have a horse. Okay. And I have this blue. I think I can use that. Okay. Let me see what else I have. Let's just go through my... It would be cool if I didn't even have to cut any out. If I could just use... Yeah, we got llamas. but they're really bright. We've got coffee. We have another, the horses. Let's take the horses out, and I can put those in this journal also, because that will help to finish it. How about some copper? Yeah, I think we'll do the copper one. Then I just have to cut out 2, okay? So I'm going to go to my, let's put these down below. Okay, so I have my box here of the items. Okay, this is my 4th of July box. I'm thinking you can do one that's tissue. And, okay. We need one more. We'll just do it. No, I don't want to use that. Okay, I can use that. Whoop! Did you hear that? Almost. Okay, so we want five of these, okay? And then we need 5 backs. I can use those pizza ones as my backs, okay? So where are they? Come here. I'm going to take, because I don't need those right now. I mean, when am I going to do, or maybe llamas. 4 or 5, okay? So we will use the llamas. Okay, so we're going to use these 3. Okay, so you're going to want, so this is our mini challenge in the challenge. I'm going to save the horses for this journal. And so you're going to want 5, I want 5 bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those are my 5 bases. Then I have 1, 2, 3 regular. And the cool thing about this is I don't have to cut any, but I could. Okay, and I can put it on top of the silver or on top of this. And you can use Mod Podge or glue, however you want to do this, but you do need to cover the whole thing because, yeah, you need to cover the whole thing because we're going to cut this up. So we need it to be secure everywhere. So I'm using my Mono Tombow liquid glue. I'm using the bottom of it because I can get a really good coverage. And the other thing is if there was like words or something on this, it would show through this tissue paper, which would be really cool. Okay, this is really cool tissue paper too. It's kind of like the other paper we're going to use. I think these will be a good match for this this journal. And but I could, if I need to use these, if I don't need them for this journal, I can use them in my red, white, and blue stuff. Okay, remember your mini challenge in the challenge. You are making this, and you can make it for your challenge journal or for any other project, which kind of this month you're doing that anyway. You're making it for, you know, we want to finish at least one journal. I'm going to put it on this just to be different, have it show through. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So with my journals, I usually have a theme and a color theme. So I can pull things out of my stash that go with either thing. Okay, yeah. See, I think I can use these in the 4th of July stuff. Okay, so this one is probably closer to being dry than that one is, so we'll let that one continue to dry and come over here and just trim around this. So I've done this, you've seen me do this several times. Most recently, I think I did do the tags like this. That was in the April journal that you just saw the flip through of yesterday. But I did the hearts in the, that was in the Golden Book, the Kitty Cat Golden Book journal. So I've done the first time, I think the first time that I did it on YouTube what they were kites. I did it with the kites. I did the shapeshifter. So I call it a shapeshifter because we're going to take this shape and then we're going to shift it and make it into a really cool collage shape. Okay. I don't think that I haven't distressed in that journal, but I did use onion dyed paper and coffee dyed paper because it was, that was a Just Junk journal. Highly recommend the onion skin dyeing because the paper is, well, they all came out different depending on the kind of paper. The different papers have different chemicals and stuff in them, or different types of trees maybe that the pulp came from. I don't know, but I had some papers that turned pink and some papers that turned yellow, and every variation in between. It was so awesome. Okay, so I have my blue flower, I have my horses, and I have my copper. Okay, so I'm going to take these, and even though those ones are wet, and I'm going to go ahead and put them all together, okay, in a stack, and then I'm going to start with a cut here. Okay, so that's the bottom that way. Then I'm going to cut, and you want two of your sides at least to be together, like that, so that when you go to put this together, put it back together, you can figure it out. Okay, so there's that, there's that. Okay, put these all back together, and they do move a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to just do, no, we did 5, so we need 5. Okay, so this one is, I'm going to leave a little bit here and here and come down across. Okay, so that's going to be our middle. I think. I always have to figure it out like that, right? Yeah, like that, and like that. Okay, so this is what I have. I have a little puzzle here, and now we're going to build 5 little puzzles. 5 little puzzles. I'm going to get our stamping stuff out of the way. Sorry. And let's go ahead. We'll turn these over. Actually, we can leave them in the pile right here. Okay, so we're going to have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then next to that, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're making a puzzle of our five things. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It gets harder when we get down towards the end. 4 and 5. And let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so this one, this one's copper, this one's a horse. Wow, this is the easiest it's ever been. Blue and that one. Okay, so those are what they're going to look like. Now we're going to go ahead and glue them down onto our bases, and I'll go ahead and fast forward through this. Okay, so we have our 5 shapeshifters. I'm going to get them off this paper because there's a little bit of glue on that paper. Okay, so I have, and oh my gosh, do you see what I did? Okay, so I have to put paper behind them, but if you're smart and turn them over, you won't have to back them with something. So I will be backing these with something. Were you yelling at me? Were you like going, Julie? Not quite big enough. Okay, I'll be backing these and I'll be back. And okay, so this time I should have them right. Holy mackerel. Okay, so shapeshifters, and I have 5 of them. I did do a couple, so they have a little thing on the back, some on some lined paper. I am now going to go ahead and just sew around the edge. You do not have to do that, but I did sew some of the other items in this journal, and I just think that it is going to be a good addition. Now you'll see one of the things that happens, you saw the papers were moving, and so I have some places that are that don't meet up, and you can when you're embellishing on top of these, just take that into effect. The other thing that you could do is you could do a zigzag on all these things and totally do a Franken page, but I'm just going to go ahead and stitch around them and we'll be right back. Okay, so I just used a straight stitch and I just went around these. I just pulled it. I didn't do anything special. I didn't stop the machine except for to stop it and start it with a new card. And I kept away, just away a presser foot away. So I used the presser foot as my guide for cutting them. And so I think that these are going to be really very cool. They might be a little bright for this journal, so I may end up distressing them just because the fabric on the cover is onion skin dyed, so it is distressed. The papers that I used were distressed. I may do some of the coffee painting on these to distress them, or something like that. But there are my 5 simple, 5 simple shapeshifters. Okay, so you can use a die cut, and one of the coolest ones that I've seen for one of the challenges was a dress form for a sewing journal. She took a die cut from a dress form and then cut it into the 5 parts. I wouldn't do more than 5 pieces because you get a good look at these. All look the same, but they're different. They all look similar but different. And so shapeshifters. If this is your first time seeing or hearing about shapeshifters, please let us know. And if you have done them or seen them before, which one is the favorite that you have ever seen? I really like to do the heart. It's only about 3.5 to 4 inches. But I think that this time tags for me was a good choice because I have a few journals that these could possibly fit in if I don't need to use them in this journal right here. But I think with the horses, it looks barn and farm to me. So the deadline for this will be next Friday, which is July 9th. And we're not adding anything in because you can use whatever you want. But I do have something special for everyone that does at least one of the mini challenge and the challenge, and up to all 4 of them for the month. Remember, this is part of the July countdown to the finished junk journal challenge, and So you post your picture of your finished mini challenge in the challenge group. I'll look for it there. I'll put another shapeshifter video up there, and so I hope you get to check that out. If you've done a shapeshifter, post it in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. Let's look at some shapeshifters. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.